Hello, Louisiana Beer Reviews. We're doing a thing you wanted to do. This is David with me. We're here in Louisiana, and we're doing a bottle version because we did a tall can, and you had some comments about it that you found that the tall can beer is 24 or 25 ounces, or even in the Foster's case, the 30. No, they're 25.4, but you found that they tasted different. And the quart cans, there are quart cans you can do.
Yes, I did feel that it tasted different and lighter. And the premise I had is, and what I was getting around to is the shape of the bottle and how it affects the pour of the beer.
And that is a long neck.
This is a long neck. This is an 18 ounce.
Yeah, so it's a beer and a half.
It's a beer and a half. Normally what we would go with is the 12 ounce bottle. But we should still get the same effect that I'm looking for, and this should have a greater flavor profile than the can that we had a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Wow, let me see.
Now, do you have a popper? Because I'm not going to rip the skin off my hands. Okay. Well, Jay has hands of openers.
Strength. It had some nice smoke on it too, a nice pop. These are Pilsner glasses. I figured these would be the appropriate glass.
So,
And Budweiser always says a strong pour because they say you want to release the gas and you want a head, a strong head of foam.
okay, so
Let me see the
this
date
is
on it.
almost what we experienced yesterday when we were tasting the Coors.
It's August 25th, the freshest before August 25th, so we have a good
Yesterday when we were tasting the Coors, I did notice that you got the first pour, which I gave you the first pour again. I took the second pour, and the second pour had what was more commonly known as champagne bubbles coming out of it. This one, on the other hand, both look like first pours. Indeed. So, that said, I'm sure just about all of our viewers are familiar with the flavor of Budweiser. If you have not tasted it, it's the quintessential red, white, and blue labeled beer.
And they use
that
rice
everyone-
instead of corn.
Yeah, that everyone.
And it's double fermented.
Okay.
Croissant, they call it.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get the cap on there.
So our Louisiana, our New Orleans homebrew way back used to be Dixie, which has now changed so many hands, and so many people have got their hands in, brewers and breweries, that we don't really know what Dixie
It's not the same.
tastes like. But I do remember when I was a teenager, we drank Dixie, and I do believe it was made by the Dixie people in that family that was still making it at the time, and I do recall what a rice beer tastes like.
That is a rice beer, and it was aged in cypress barrels.
Okay. So they were trying to at least mimic what Budweiser does with the Beechwood.
Yeah, and this is aged in huge aluminum, aging tanks, not cypress barrels. Okay, so anyway, yeah, Beechwood aged.
It's a clean,
No
clean
kind
smell.
of lacing.
Clean smell, and I'm getting that beer. You smell it, and it smells like beer. It's got
Yeast,
that.
the lagered beer, like it's been
Yeah.
aged probably a few months.
This tastes different to me.
In the tall can.
Yes. I'm getting more of that beer note from it. I get that sweetness, probably from the rice, and a little bitterness from whatever hop they're using.
Yeah,
But yes, this tastes different than the can.
medium body.
And I guess because the cans, the mechanics of a can, the way the beer is in a can, it's flat topped, it's filled basically all the way to the top, so when you go to pour it, you're getting some splash, but you're not getting the air come in. So didn't somebody back in a couple of years, maybe 10 plus years ago, make a can that had like the little, you punch it?
The Keystone ice cans still have that. I can show you. Hold on.
Do they? Okay.
But people just don't do it, including me. I don't do it. But
And I wonder if that
I'm gonna hit the tripod.
if that's going back to my
there's
theory
this.
of the.
See how it has the two prongs here, where you can take
Yeah.
a thing and punch them, and it'll
Oh,
flow
I didn't know
better.
that. Okay. So that still exists, but it's not advertised.
Yeah, but people were talking about that on Facebook, how you can still punch it.
And that's on natural ice, not Keystone ice.
No, that's Keystone.
Okay.
Coors does that. That airflow thing they talk about. Well, anyway,
It definitely does add to the taste of the beer or take away from the taste of the beer.
This tastes like, well, we never drank Budweiser when I was growing up. As a child, I would sip from my parents' beer, and they would always drink Miller High Life or Schlitz or Dixie. So my experience with Budweiser wasn't real strong, but this tastes like the Budweiser I had 22 years ago, which to me always had, what did I call it? It's a strange yeast. Budweiser yeast tastes different than other beers. You can always tell it's Budweiser. And I guess the rice, they use that green rice, has something to do with it, I don't know.
Tastes like beer. I wish I could come across a better description.
Yeah,
It's
American.
It just tastes like Budweiser. Like you expect a Budweiser beer to taste.
So you like this better than the canned version we had?
Yes.
And you can get a 12-pack of Budweiser.
It's still in a lighter profile, and I don't know if that's because we've been drinking stronger beers.
Yeah.
And going back to this, makes it taste like a light beer, but it's still good.
And you can get a 12-pack of this for $9.99 at some stores.
Yeah, I think so. But most places it's $11 now.
Yeah.
You gotta go hunt. You gotta go hunt down that $10 12-pack now. It's not always out there.
Yeah. And as a point of reference,
And
Pabst,
the,
a Pabst 12-pack of long necks is $9.79.
yeah, so it's not really a budget beer anymore. They're realizing that
Remember
everybody
back-
says, this is pretty good.
Remember back 20 years ago, Pabst 12 packs was $3.99?
Sure do.
So anyway, what would you rate this?
I give it an A. I mean, it's king of beers. Just like it says on its label, king of beers. So,
And you're kind of on the fence with Budweiser. It's not something you love.
it's not something I'm in love with. It does taste lighter, and I'd even say lighter than it did 8 years ago.
To me, it goes well with like raw oysters and cocktail sauce and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's got its place for everything, It's definitely a lot better than its light version.
So you'd rather drink this than Bud Light?
Well, I would give Bud Light to a dog to drink. I think it's one of the grossest beers I've ever
So
tasted.
people next door might overhear you because that's their
That's
favorite.
okay. You know what? I will never buy a Bud Light. If someone offers me, I won't insult them. I'll drink it, and I'll just say that's enough. Thank you. Because everyone has their own taste. To me, it's one of the worst beers to buy and drink.
Okay. I'm gonna say A-. You're saying A minus. I like Budweiser. I
it's
don't buy
A
it.
minus.
I don't buy it a lot because the price point. I can get, for $2 cheaper, I can get something that I probably like as much or maybe better. But anyway,
You can get 15 packs of ice beer, which comes with more alcohol. They're just as tasty. You get a 15 pack for the same price as you get 12 packs. So you do the math. You get 3 more beers.
and they're just
In
as
some,
good,
in some cases they're $1 cheaper than a 12 pack of Bud. So they're a little cheaper, higher alcohol. It's got its own unique flavor profile. They're good. You just can't go wrong with them.
Yeah. Sorry about the AC, but it is summertime. It's gonna run.
Yeah, sorry guys. I got a truck with no AC and I drove about 20 miles to get here and a little sweaty right now.
So, Les Les Bon Temps Relais, an excellent beer, but we're saying, and I sort of agree with that. Like you said, we got to do a blind taste test. I always do prefer drinking from the bottle. I'll admit that.
I'm just telling you, it tastes different to me.
draft though, we need to try it. If you go like to lagers and get a draft.
The draft is going to taste. It's going to have more of a beer profile than the stuff coming.
And
in
my
cans.
father said the only Budweiser he likes is on draft, but then it gives him a terrible headache.
Yeah, I noticed that the Beechwood is kind of low in this. I don't know if they cut back on it or what.
It's supposed to be to give the yeast surface area to ferment. It's not supposed to affect the taste or the aroma. It's just the yeast can cling to it and help the beer ferment. That's what
I'm here to tell you, anything you put in beer and you age it, it's going to get something from it taste-wise. It's got to be a reason why they char those barrels and stick whiskey in it.
I know, but the company's saying it's neutral. They use beechwood because it's the wood that has the least aroma and flavor. But one more thing, and then we're off. There is that Jim Beam Budweiser coming out in the fall of 2018. It's a Budweiser aged in Jim Beam bourbon, charred bourbon barrels. So I said that 3 years ago. They ought to make a barrel aged Budweiser. Here it comes.
I'd try it.
Budwood.
Do you think it's going to be called Bloodwood?
That's what I would call it. Budwood.
That's hilarious.
Budwood. All right. Lazy
guys.
Anyway, y'all come on down to Southeast Louisiana.
Lazy Le Bon Temps Roulette.
Blah, blah, blah.
Right.